you would get 100 people in the room, and out of the 100 people, probably 3 would say it was all right for Big to be in LA. You know Pac just got killed. It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Big couldn't even walk, he couldn't run. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. Why in the hell you would put your man in a situation by sending him to Cali to work on your album?
What drives a music mogul to put a hit on those who dare to speak against him? The answer lies in a web of secrets so dark they threaten to unravel an empire built on fame, money, and blood. In this video, we peel back the layers of Diddy's carefully crafted image to reveal the alleged monster beneath. From Gene Deal's $250,000 bounty to Jaguar Wright's terrifying silence, we expose the tactics used to keep the truth buried, and the brave few who refuse to be silenced. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It makes such a huge difference to us. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Sean Combs entered the music industry as a young man in 1990 while working as an unpaid intern at Uptown Records. He rose through the ranks to become an A&R executive in just 2 years, demonstrating a drive for achievement that would come to define his career. Combs had a talent for seeing potential and a relentless desire to succeed in the field. Industry insiders took notice of his quick rise, but it was his discovery of Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., that would significantly alter the history of hip-hop.
This is the Bad Boy story.
The Bad Boy story is a group of young individuals that have come from the New York area, that grew up and was influenced in hip hop and took hip hop to another level. The platform of radio, we were making so much hip hop and R&B that they had to start dedicating stations to it. It started out as something that we were going to do that was really centered around us all coming back together, because we all started together and we were successful not just because we were great individually, but because of what we meant together.
Combs quickly signed Biggie to his newly established Bad Boy Records in 1993 after spotting his undeveloped ability that had the potential to revolutionize the genre. Combs' star increased along with Biggie's. By hosting extravagant parties and socializing with the wealthy, the young CEO created a public persona of prosperity and luxury. He gave himself the moniker Puff Daddy, a flamboyant persona that epitomized the extravagance and aspirations of the hip-hop movement of the 1990s. However, rumors about Combs' brutal business methods started to spread behind the glitzy exterior. Combs and Biggie had a complicated connection. They produced tunes that topped the charts and seemed to be close friends and collaborators on the surface. Still, there were persistent suspicions that Combs was taking use of Biggie's skill for personal benefit. Some accused him of overshadowing his performers because of his very hands-on production style, which frequently involved him tagging himself into songs and films. Combs' impact on the industry became indisputable as Bad Boy Records expanded. He expanded his empire beyond music into fashion and television by using his contacts and business sense to negotiate advantageous deals. He stood out from other executives because to his ability to market his artists and start trends, but it also incited animosity among people who felt intimidated by his strategies.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother.
Because you listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Bad Boy and Death Row Records were at the heart of the East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry, which was intensifying. Although Combs advocated for peace in public, emotions remained high behind the scenes. Biggie's shooting death in Los Angeles on March 9th, 1997 was the terrible culmination of the problem. Although Biggie's passing shocked the music industry, it also signaled a sea change in Combs' career. Following the tragedy, he released a tribute to his friend who had died, "I'll Be Missing You," which became a global hit. Combs was accused by many of taking advantage of Biggie's passing in order to advance his own career and establish Bad Boy's supremacy in hip-hop. A shocking discovery surfaced from an unexpected source as the inquiries into Diddy's empire grew more complex. What if the cost of silence in the music business was shown in human lives rather than just platinum records? Once a reliable insider, Gene Deal was set to reveal a secret that would rock the hip-hop industry's foundations. Diddy's erstwhile confidant and bodyguard, Gene Deal, was caught in the middle of a controversy that threatened to reveal the murky side of the music business. Deal was an important part of Diddy's inner circle and had seen firsthand how an empire was established. However, he would be haunted for years by what he witnessed behind closed doors. Deal made a startling revelation in an interview that rocked the business. He asserted that the price for his silence was a $250,000 reward on his head. Deal boldly declared, "I wouldn't be the man that I am if I worried about what somebody would do for me. I keep my head on a swivel. I do what I have to do to protect myself and my family."
I was up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
His remarks gave a terrifying overview of the perils that confronted anyone who ventured to criticize the powerful. However, the bounty was only the beginning. Deal made far worse accusations against Diddy. He implied a practice of violence and intimidation against anyone who posed a danger to his business by claiming that the music mogul had a history of being involved in murders. Deal claimed that putting hits out on people is the least of Diddy's heinous abilities, implying that there are far more sinister secrets behind the surface. Not just Deal was the target of the alleged hit attempts. Another industry insider, Jaguar Wright, was caught in the crossfire of what she saw to be Diddy's rage. A pattern of methodical suppression surfaced, a last-ditch effort to keep control of a narrative that was on the verge of going out of control. The notorious code of silence in the music industry came into stark relief as rumors circulated. Insiders frequently decided to keep quiet about the wrongdoings of influential people like Diddy out of fear for their lives and careers. Whistleblowers like Deal and Wright were isolated in their struggle for justice, and this wall of silence only made the search for the truth more difficult. Deal was unwavering in his resolve to reveal the truth in spite of the threats. He disclosed that Diddy's close friend had contacted him, implying that the mogul wished to talk to him. Diddy's desperate desire to control the narrative surrounding his conduct and handle witnesses was only strengthened by this contact attempt. An even more sinister secret was concealed behind the rifts in Diddy's empire. What if his biggest treachery also happened to be his most heartbreaking loss? Biggie Smalls and Bad Boy Records' tale was about to take a surprising turn. Biggie Smalls was caught in the crosshairs when the East Coast-West Coast rivalry boiled out. Although Bad Boy's crown gem was the notorious B.I.G., tensions were simmering beneath the surface. Hip-hop photographer Monique Bunn, who was close to Biggie, revealed something shocking. Biggie was definitely going to leave Puff. He told me that, so I know for sure. This discovery wasn't unique. In agreement, another insider asserted everyone wanted to leave Puffy. A complicated picture is painted by the divergent reports of Biggie and Diddy's relationship. Biggie was happy at Bad Boy, according to some insiders, but there may be a growing schism. The rapper felt a lot of pressure to do better every time, and rumors of suspicion started to spread. Questions concerning Biggie's future with the label that made him famous grew as his reputation continued to climb. The music industry was rocked by Biggie Smalls' terrible murder on March 9th, 1997 in Los Angeles, but suspicion started to grow as the hip-hop community grieved. One of Diddy's former associates, Gene Deal, made the terrifying accusation that Diddy had Biggie dealt with. Deal drew attention to Biggie's dubious circumstances in Los Angeles, particularly in light of the recent death of Tupac Shakur. Given the increased tensions between the coasts, many insiders wondered why Biggie was in Los Angeles at all. Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, has been an outspoken participant in the continuous quest for the truth. It's obvious that she supports people who are coming out against Diddy. "I watch your stuff on Facebook and YouTube all the time," she admitted in an interview with John Deal, demonstrating her knowledge of the more sinister accusations made against her son's former tutor. Her wish to witness Diddy's exposure reveals a great deal about the unanswered concerns surrounding Biggie's passing and legacy. Following Biggie's murder, Diddy's response to the incident was questioned. He was criticized for putting his personal career ahead of paying respect to Biggie's memory. Many people viewed his decision to be featured on the cover of Rolling Stone soon after Biggie's passing as self-serving, which further strained his relationship with the rapper's surviving family. Rumors of Diddy's sinister side lingered in the shadows shadows of the industry for years. However, those murmurs became a loud roar as other lawsuits quickly surfaced. Would the hip-hop tycoon's meticulously constructed persona hold up? Diddy's empire was in danger of collapsing in 2023 due to a string of shocking allegations. One lawsuit depicted a horrific scene of assault and intimidation and sought an astounding $50 million in damages. According to the complainant, Diddy had beaten her with a TV remote, doused her in oil, and forced her to take off her clothes. The nightmare didn't stop there, though. She claimed that Diddy tried to threaten her family after she reported the event, demonstrating the extent he will go to in order to keep his position of authority. The charges did not end there. Another lawsuit surfaced, claiming that Diddy sexually assaulted a luxury vehicle businessman at a star-studded party only when a professional athlete intervened. These accusations, each more startling than the one before it, started to create an unavoidable pattern of conduct. In a daring move, Diddy's legal team asked for the names of his accusers to be made public as the number of them increased. This tactic aroused concerns about the power dynamics at work, while also hinting at a possible counteroffensive. Would this strategy deter future victims from coming forward, or would it backfire and further damage Diddy's reputation? It is impossible to overestimate the influence of the Me Too movement on the music business. It has given victims the confidence to speak out against influential people, which has fundamentally changed the way abuse claims are addressed. Once thought to be impenetrable, Diddy was now directly targeted by the movement. Diddy might face serious repercussions. According to experts, the protracted legal disputes may have disastrous effects on the party's finances and reputations. His decades-long enterprise might fall apart in a few short months. Beyond the direct effects on Diddy, however, these accusations have spurred a more general discussion about the long-standing culture of fear and quiet in the music business. The future of Diddy's commercial endeavors and career is in jeopardy as investigations continue and new information becomes available. With every fresh accusation eroding the basis of his success, the viability of his empire is increasingly called into doubt. The music has ceased, and Diddy is the center of attention as he tackles the biggest obstacle of his career.